48 people are sitting in jail cells tonight following a human trafficking and exploitation bust in San Diego and National City. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Jesse Pagan. Officers rescued 16 people plus 24 potential victims. Some were as young as 13 years old. The investigation has been happening since January, and in that time, several law enforcement agencies did 17 operations known as Operation Better Pathways. While the investigation did end in rescues, detectives say a new state law is making it tougher to have successes like this one. State Bill 357 went into effect in January, decriminalizing loitering for the intent of prostitution.
It makes it very hard to go out and contact the victim or the sex slave, if you will, because of this law.
The changes to the soliciting with intent to prostitute law has restricted police from taking action, and by doing so has negatively impacted the quality of life for residents and business owners in National City.
San Diego Police Chief David Nisleit is now asking state legislators to repeal the bill.
And how many more victims do we need to have in sex trafficking before we realize that this is not a good law?
Tonight, CBS 8's Jasmine Ramirez is continuing our coverage on this.
She is finding out how local organizations work with the Human Trafficking Task Force to rescue and support these victims.
The operation focused on hotspots for human trafficking in San Diego and National City. Today we learned the youngest victim was just 13 years old.
It's cold out there.
I know.
Operation Better Pathways led to 48 arrests and 8 children rescued from sex trafficking.
And I'm very proud of him.
Marisa Ugarte worked with the Human Trafficking Task Force in this operation. She's the founder of the Bilateral Safety Corridor.
We're the pioneers in San Diego.
For more than 2 decades, her organization has worked to prevent human trafficking and help the victims.
Looks like she's going to get inside the vehicle.
It's prevention, protection, and prosecution. So we do victim, survivor, thriver. We get people as victims, we make them survivors, and then we do thriving.
She says this is done through connecting victims with housing, counseling, opportunities to get an education and job.
Motel 6, 5 minutes away.
Tonight, I also talked with the CEO of Lifeline Community Services, and I asked him how his organization helps victims.
We do a lot of that crisis intervention and helping them get to safe rooms and helping them find a way to leave the life.
In recent years, they've seen an upward trend in children being recruited.
Now it's on the internet. The parents are working, and you're not really supervising what your kids are doing. That's why you get 8 girls out there, and that's the minimum. Those are the ones that you could identify. What about the ones that you can't?
Lifeline Community Services has watched the number of children rescued from trafficking grow each year, with 28 rescued in 2021 and 36 last year. And advocates say this operation shows the success that comes when our local agencies and organizations work together. But it's also a reminder that the fight against human trafficking is ongoing. Jasmine Ramirez, CBS 8.